All right, let's talk about a tough choice. You're looking at a new camera and you've got two incredible options from Canon, the R7 and the R8. Now, they might share the same lens mount, but trust me, under the hood, these cameras are built on two totally different philosophies. So how in the world do you decide? Well, let's dive in and figure that out together. You see, this isn't just about comparing a list of specs. The choice between the R7 and R8 really boils down to one simple question. What do you value the most? Are you the kind of person who's chasing that absolute top-tier image quality that you only get from a big, beautiful full-frame sensor? Or do you need a rock-solid, reliable tool that's packed with features and will never, ever let you down when it matters most? Think of it this way. The R7 is the specialist. It's a workhorse, built for tough situations, ready for anything you throw at it. The R8, on the other hand, is the minimalist. It strips away a lot of the bells and whistles to focus on one thing and one thing only, delivering that stunning, pure, full-frame image quality. And that right there is the core conflict we're going to explore. And the biggest difference, the very heart of each camera's design, is the sensor. So let's get right into the nitty-gritty and break down what this really means for the photos you're actually going to take. I mean, just look at the physics here. The individual pixels on the R8's full-frame sensor are a whopping 253% larger than the ones on the R7. You can think of them like bigger buckets for catching light. This isn't some software trick or clever algorithm. It is a massive physical advantage that has a direct impact on your final image. So what does all that light-gathering power actually get you in the real world? Well, the R8 becomes an absolute beast in low light. We're talking concerts, dimly lit interiors, night cityscapes. You're going to get cleaner, less noisy images. But the R7 has a really cool trick up its sleeve. That smaller sensor gives it a 1.6x crop factor. And what that does is it magically turns your 400mm lens into a 640mm powerhouse. It's like getting free zoom, which is an absolute game changer for wildlife and sports. But you know, a camera is so much more than its sensor. And this is where our minimalist and our specialist truly part ways. For a lot of you, the features we're about to cover, these are going to be the ultimate deal breakers. Okay, first up, let's talk about IBIS. That stands for In-Body Image Stabilization, and it's pretty much magic. It's this amazing technology where the camera's sensor physically moves around inside the body to cancel out your shaky hands. And the best part? It works with any lens you put on it, even old manual vintage lenses. And the Canon R7 has an absolutely incredible 7 stops of IBS. Now, what does that actually mean? It means you can shoot handheld at ridiculously slow shutter speeds. I'm talking half a second, maybe even more, and still get a perfectly sharp image. That's a shot you would never ever dream of getting without a tripod. It just completely changes the game for shooting in low light. Now the R8, and this is a big one, it has no IBIS at all. This was a very deliberate choice by Canon to keep the size, weight, and price down. But it means you are completely relying on your lenses to have stabilization. It means you have to use faster shutter speeds, which means higher ISO and more noise. And honestly, it just means you either need a very steady hand or a tripod. Make no mistake, this is a major compromise you're making for that full-frame sensor. Okay, let's move on to something that can literally make or break a shoot: battery life. The Canon R7 is rated for 660 shots on a single charge. Now, that's not just a number on a spec sheet. That is peace of mind. That's the confidence to go out for a full day of shooting and not have to constantly worry about your battery dying right when you need it most. And then we have the R8. It's rated for just 290 shots. The difference here is, well, it's stark. If you're shooting a wedding or you're on a long travel day, this means you're carrying 3, maybe 4 extra batteries, and you're constantly thinking about managing your power. It's a real limitation in your workflow that you just have to be willing to live with. All right, this next one, it's a question that should honestly keep any serious photographer up at night. What happens if your memory card fails? Are those once-in-a-lifetime photos safe? And this right here perfectly shows who these cameras are for. The R7 has dual card slots. This is your safety net. It's your insurance policy. You can tell the camera to save every single photo to both cards at the same time. If one card corrupts, you lose absolutely nothing. For paid work, this is non-negotiable. The R8, it has one card slot. It's simpler, sure, but it's a single point of failure. If that card dies, your images are gone forever. Okay, enough with the tech specs. Let's get to the fun part. Let's take these two cameras and drop them into a few real-world situations and see which one is the right tool for the way you actually shoot. So let's kick things off with a big one: wildlife and nature photography. Imagine it. You're out in the field, you're waiting for that perfect shot. You need reach, you need reliability, and you need your images to be tack sharp. Yeah, for this one, it's not even a contest. The winner, hands down, is the Canon R7. And it's pretty obvious why. That 1.6x crop factor is like getting a free telephoto lens, which is just priceless for animals that are far away. The IBS makes sure your shots are sharp, even when you're using a huge lens without a tripod. And that all-day battery means you can focus on the animals, not on your battery meter. This camera was practically built for this job. All right, scenario number 2. You're packing your bag for that trip you've been dreaming about. You want to travel light. You need one camera that can handle epic landscapes, beautiful portraits, and the energy of a city at night. And here, the tables completely turn. For travel, the clear winner is the Canon R8. The reasons here are just as clear. It's over 150 grams lighter, and believe me, that makes a huge difference when it's around your neck all day. That full-frame sensor is just going to give you superior quality for those big landscapes and portraits. And its amazing low-light performance is perfect for exploring a city after the sun goes down. Just, remember to pack a few extra batteries. So where does all of this leave us? Well, as we've seen, this isn't about which camera is better on paper. It's about finding the camera that is the perfect fit for your specific needs, for your workflow, for you. So let's just lay it all out side by side. The R7 is the specialist. You get that game-changing IBS, that incredible battery life, and the professional security of dual card slots. The R8 is the minimalist. It gives you that gorgeous full-frame sensor and comes in at a much lower price, but you're making very real, very conscious trade-offs on those other pro-level features. And that really brings us to the most important piece of advice I can give you. Don't buy a camera for the photographer you wish you were. Be brutally honest with yourself about the kind of photographer you are right now. Do you actually have paying clients that make dual card slots a necessity? Is IBIS truly essential for the way you shoot handheld? Answering those questions honestly is the key to making the right choice. Because at the end of the day, it all boils down to this one question. Are you chasing the pure, beautiful, uncompromised image quality of the perfect sensor, even if it means you have to work around its limits? Or do you need the dependable, versatile, feature-packed reliability of the perfect tool, even if its sensor isn't quite as big? The choice is yours.